If you want to listen to all of the episodes of this series right now, early release and ad-free, plus a whole host of extra fan club benefits, head to museumofpopculture.supportingcast.fm. Or if that's too much of a mouthful, just click on it in the show notes, which is the description bit that no one reads. Hello and welcome. I am Josh Widdicombe. This is my Museum of Pop Culture. Welcome back to the final episode of the story of E17. It's gone so quickly. Coming up in this episode, the dream refuses to die as various incarnations of the band rise from the ashes. And we also look at other classic pop band reformations, from S Club 7 to Bucks Fizz and the lesser known Boyz on the Block. And so we come to the final part of the E17 story. So far, obviously, they might be about to write a fifth part.
Yeah.
And you've gone with Terry as the remaining member.
I have, in a sort of panicked change at the last minute, I've shifted to the man who said he needed the money most.
Things change around a lot in this part. There's a lot of coming and going in E17, and it is thrillingly absurd throughout.
Fantastic.
I think that's a kind of trope of these kind of bands. They often carry on in some of the most absurd guises. So I thought I'd just get your eye in.
Yeah.
So we obviously mentioned New Kids on the Block earlier. Mm-hmm. I should tie up that they regrouped in 2008 for a reunion tour.
Old Kids on the Block.
Old Kids on the Block. Well, better than that. Obviously, a lot of people knew them as NKOTB.
Right, yeah.
And then they did join forces, this sounds like a joke, but it's not, with the Backstreet Boys.
Right.
In a supergroup called NKOTBSB.
It's like when you ask for the Wi-Fi password. I'm going to have to photograph that. I'm not going to remember that. Keep going back to the roots. One more time. Is it all caps or is it... Yeah.
The problem comes, I think, often when you put a number, like the band Five, who've, at the time of recording, have just announced they've got back together with the original Five.
Yes.
One of the problems with them is they could never really reform as less. So
yes.
Let me take you through the story of S Club 7 post S Club 7. In 2008... Paul, Bradley and Joe.
Shall I try and guess what they were called each time?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get it right.
Okay. They wanted to get S Club 7 back together, but the other members were too involved in other projects, believe that, if you will.
Right.
So it's just the three of them. What were they called?
S Club.
S Club 3.
Were they? So I've fallen in the first hurdle. Okay.
So then...
It's too much of a drop from 7 to 3,
I know,
isn't
it's
it?
embarrassing, isn't it?
I think that you...
Just call yourself S Club.
Yeah.
So then Tina rejoins, making it 4 of them.
S Club 4.
S Club Party, they became.
Okay. Because 3's not a party.
No.
3's a gathering, 4's a party.
And then the following year, the full 7 reunite for a one-off performance in benefit of children in need.
Okay.
Paul leaves again.
S Club 6.
The 3 remaining members, Bradley, Joe and Tina, which is a different from the original 3 of Paul, Bradley and Joe, go back to S Club 3, but this is different to the original S Club 3. Mm-hmm. There's a few performances as them. And then it goes down to Bradley and Tina, just the 2 of them.
Yep.
And they become S Club Live.
S Club Squared.
S Club Squared.
Yeah.
And then Bradley and Tina join up with Stacey McLean, who was in S Club Juniors, to form the S Club All-Stars.
Arrogant.
Yeah, I do.
The S Club's still available.
Yeah. And then S Club do plan a reunion with all 7 members. Yeah. And then, tragically, Paul dies and Hannah leaves, meaning that they then tour arenas as a 5. Mm-hmm. And that is the last current.
So what are they called now? S Club?
They'd originally booked this 25th anniversary tour as S Club 7 and then Paul died. So
still S Club 7, but
it would have been S Club 7, but there'd have been 5 of them.
I've said it before, but it does feel like one of those GCSE maths questions.
Well,
where it's kind of, you're given all this information, so what are they called
I'd
now?
say that's not the weirdest.
Okay.
Just a quick shout out for Boyz on the Block, which was Abs from 5, Ben from Fats and Small, Dane Bowers from Another Level, and Shane Lynch from Boyzone.
Okay, yeah.
And the Ultimate Supergroup. And the only reason I'm shouting them out is they released a cover of E17's Stay Another Day, featuring our good friend Tony Mortimer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go.
It reached number 46 for 1 week.
Yeah.
The Ultimate is, do you remember Bucks Fizz?
Yes, of course.
Who won Eurovision?
Eurovision, yeah.
So they were originally formed solely for the Eurovision Song Contest. And this is Mike, Bobby G, Cheryl, who was Cheryl Baker from Record Breakers, and Jay. And they won Eurovision with Making Your Mind Up in 1981.
Okay.
And they then went on to sell 50 million records.
Wow.
3 number ones.
Wow.
So Mike and Bobby, the two men, keep Bucks Fizz going. And then in 1995, Mike leaves. So it's just Bobby. He's the only remaining member.
Right.
He recruits more members, including a guy called David Van Day, who is from a band called Dollar. And he wants to start singing again, so he joins. Mm-hmm. There's 2 women called Heidi and Karen in the group as well. Okay. Karen leaves, leaving Bobby, Heidi and David in the group.
Right.
Bobby and Heidi are a couple, and Heidi is Bobby's business manager, and so they outnumber David on decision-making.
Right. Okay.
You might remember they wore quite colourful clothing.
I do.
However, David prefers Topshop clothes in black because he finds it slimming and attractive.
Okay.
They overrule him and David feels he isn't being listened to.
And he's forced to wear neon spandex, or he used to wear.
And then David gets upset for performing at a holiday camp, and get this, because Bobby and Heidi didn't invite him to dinner.
Okay.
Within a year, David wants to leave. Fair enough. But just as he's going to tell Bobby and Heidi, they get a call to do a gig for the soldiers in the Falklands.
Okay. Nothing keeps a band together like a gig in a war zone, does it? Yeah. Is that what the troops in the Falklands want?
What? One of the original members of Bucks Fizz?
You're sat in the Falklands thinking, how could this get any worse?
Yeah.
Oh, right, that's how. I'm now watching the one member of Bucks Fizz.
When they get there, Bobby wants to do a range of songs, but none by Dollar, which is David's original band.
Okay.
This upsets David, so he does a solo performance.
Oh, no.
In the Sergeant's Mess.
Yeah. That's so depressing. I think that's more depressing than driving over your own head while eating a jacket potato.
And then David claims that Bobby and Heidi are jealous of him because he's good at socialising.
Okay. It's just all tragic.
So they leave stage on the last night, all comes to a head, huge row. David tells Heidi that she's got big ears.
Really? Okay. All the better for listening to your lovely songs with, my dear. Yeah.
So he leaves. That's the end of the band. You can't come back from that.
You've got big ears. That feels like someone's panicking at the end.
Yeah.
He's got nowhere. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nowhere to turn.
And then the next time they see each other is they meet to settle stuff.
Yeah, she hears him coming about 3 minutes early. You're right. He's coming. He's not here yet. No, I can hear him. He's coming.
Service station on the M6.
Yeah.
Another fight. By the way, when I say they meet to settle stuff, I don't mean like with iron bars.
Okay.
Like, they just genuinely talk it over. It ends up in another fight. David says he wants to be paid for the remaining gigs. They won't pay him for the remaining gigs.
The Bucks Fizz stops here. Yeah, that's the phrase.
That's nice. That's nice. They replace David and carry on.
Okay.
David exacts revenge.
Oh, it's not over?
No.
Great.
He poaches Bobby's former co-star, Mike, the other original member, and forms a Bucks Fizz with him. So there's now 2 Bucks Fizzes.
No.
Yeah. Isn't this amazing? So, because he's got Mike, he thinks, well, we've got as much right to make Bucks Fizz as Bobby.
Both groups have one original member of Bucks Fizz in.
Yeah,
great.
Mike posts an objection to Bobby's patent of Bucks Fizz, and they re-release a version of Making Your Mind Up with an intergalactic theme.
Okay. Which is?
It's like spaceships and stuff, and the girls rip their tops off to show their bras rather than rip their skirts off shorter like in the original video.
I think the best way of dealing with that is they both re-release a single, Making Your Mind Up, and then the audience make their mind up as to which single they're going to buy, and whichever of the 2 groups does better is Bucks Fizz from that point on.
Well, it's a bad start.
Okay.
Because these guys get to number 84 in the charts.
Oh, dear.
And then... Do you remember when Taylor Swift re-recorded her album?
Yeah. Taylor's versions.
Mm-hmm. He does that with 8 Bucks Fizz albums.
Okay, nobody's asked for that.
No one's asked for that.
No.
There's a great moment. Bobby also sneaks into a show to watch the other Bucks Fizz.
Yeah.
So there's 2 groups touring the UK. Incredible. Basically for 4 years. And then Bobby and Heidi get the news from Mike that he has left David's band.
Oh.
That means that Bobby is the only owner of the Bucks Fizz name now.
Got you.
So David then starts a new lineup and calls that band Bucks Fizz, and it has no original members.
Amazing.
Bobby and Heidi serve him a summons, but David won't back down.
Yeah.
They end up in the High Court.
Wow.
What do you think the judge decides?
So it's between Bobby, who was an original member, yeah?
Yeah.
But he's trying to create a group which has no original members in it, yeah?
David's got a group with no original members.
David's got a group, yes. Okay. Well, I assume he went with Judge sided with Bobby.
No, he said that David can continue using the name.
Really?
Eventually they settle out of court and David goes with David Van Day's Bucks Fizz show.
Okay. Rolls off the tongue. Yeah.
2004, Cheryl Baker, Shelley Preston, Mike Nolan, the three that aren't Bobby, start a band called the Original Bucks Fizz.
Okay.
It's mad. 2011, the court rules in Bobby's favour. This band have to name themselves The Fizz. And then they changed that name to Cheryl, Mike and Jay, formerly of Bucks Fizz.
Okay.
As of 2024, Cheryl, Jay and Mike reveal that Mike is retiring and they're looking for 2 male singers to join their band.
Right, yeah.
So that is the story of Bucks Fizz.
That's remarkable.
It's incredible.
That's about 40 different incarnations along the way.
Mad, isn't it?
50 million albums, is it? 50 million singles, something like that as well. I had no idea. I assumed it was just like Eurovision,
But that's
one
sold
hit.
load in those.
Yeah. Good on them.
So we rejoin East 17 for their reunion.
Yes.
Which actually takes in Eurovision, because that year Brian participates in the competition called Making Your Mind Up, which is the UK's competition to choose an entry for Eurovision.
Yeah.
So he does a solo entry in 2007, which is the year of the East 17 reunion. His song I Can is eliminated in the first round of voting, sadly.
I can't.
It's a strong year.
Turns out I can't.
He can't. Yeah. The Big Brothers, Justin Hawkins.
Oh, from the top.
And Liz McClarnon from Atomic Kitten all enter, but they lose to Scooch, who finished 22nd overall. So the East 17 reunion is covered in a documentary that is astonishing and is available on YouTube to watch. Basically what happens is, Take That have a successful reunion. Mm-hmm. East 17, as we've discussed, 3 of them need money, and Tony speaks to his medium who says she could see him on stage singing with 3 other people.
Right, yeah. And can she get tickets? Not at the back. I've been at the O2 at the back and it's rubbish. The big screens don't work. So can I be at least near the side and the front? Yeah.
I think the O2 is a bit hopeful.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point.
Tony goes to the papers to say that East 17 could get back together, but the band don't know how to get in touch with Tony. But there's a girl in Australia called Amy who set up an East 17 website called East 17 Mania.
Love it.
And Terry's heard that she's got a contact for Tony.
No.
So he joins the website and gives Amy his number to pass on to Tony.
Yeah, that's a risk, doesn't it? Person's that obsessed with it. Yeah. Don't go chucking your number around like that. Buy a burner phone at both and then give them that number. Yeah.
4 weeks later, Tony calls Terry.
Oh.
And the band get back together. It's all good. And they do a sold-out gig at Shepherd's Bush.
Good on them.
Which Tony puts up the money for. This is a weird bit in this documentary where they say he's put up the thousands of pounds to pay for the tickets to be printed. I didn't know that that was the cost, the main cost, but there we go. It's a success, and Warner's are showing an interest in re-signing them. And so the band meet to discuss this, but the same problems are occurring, which is Brian doesn't like Tony's songs.
Yeah.
Which I think Brian's got to suck up, because really his whole life is based on Tony's songs.
And then they hear the familiar ding of a microwave finishing and 3 hot jacket potatoes waiting for a greedy mouth.
So Brian wants to record R&B music, as he calls it, quality music.
I think by this point, you're just in or you're not.
Yeah,
it's going to be Tony's stuff. Yeah. It is what it is. Are we doing it this way, or can we just stop? Just stop.
If you're joining East 17, you've got to admit Tony Mortimer's songs are good.
Yeah.
You can't be joining East 17 and then saying you don't like Tony Mortimer's songs. So they have a meeting to try and reconcile before they meet the label. And Brian is an hour late. Mm-hmm. They're all an hour late.
They're all on time in a way.
Tony's on time.
Oh, right, okay.
Sorry, yeah.
If you're all exactly the amount of time late, then nobody's none the wiser.
But the table,
the
table has gone to a different reservation, so they're quite annoyed.
Yeah.
Tony's there on time, so when they arrive, he punches Brian.
Oh no! After all he's been through.
Brian said, I walked in, Tony was in the roof garden. I walked through to say hello, and he comes straight up to me, and I thought he was going to say something funny, and he didn't. He just went bang and hit him.
John's loving the roof garden. He knows loads about roofs, doesn't he? Great time up there.
Bit of a bustle.
Tell him how they built it.
Tony's argument is, well, he hasn't really got one. He says, he's just done my nutting. That's his argument. He's late. He's always been late. Nothing's changed.
Well, I suppose it's built up animosity.
He's also been saying that Tony's songs are shit again.
Yeah, admittedly.
Terry says if he'd sat down and talked about it, then he would have known that basically Terry had to go around the long way because he had to pick up John.
Okay. That's such a sort of mundane excuse. I love it. Yeah.
It's an hour.
Yeah.
Where is John? On the roof?
And also, if you knew you had to do that, just factor it into your journey time. Yeah.
Brian says, as soon as that punch connected, that was it for me.
Yeah.
And then there's an incredible interview with Tony in the documentary.
As soon as that punch connected. So that's just as he sees it coming towards his face, there's still a chance.
Yeah, if you miss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's going to be all right. Oh, no, it's not.
There's a great bit in the documentary where Tony describes punching Brian.
Yeah.
And then he goes, all in all, though, I think it's looking quite positive. I know it's a bit mad, but I think it's quite positive. Basically, it's over, Tony.
Yeah.
Tom Watkins is interviewed in the documentary, but he's nothing to do with the reunion.
Okay.
He says that he hit Brian himself once.
Poor old Brian.
And I think for Tony to wait this long, I was extremely surprised, is what he says. They have the meeting with Warner's, and it goes well without Brian.
Okay.
Just Tony. At the meeting with Warner's, Tony's playing some of these new songs. Mm-hmm. Prior to this, before the punch, Brian has wanted to play some of his songs that aren't written by himself but have been written for him.
Okay.
So Brian's got outside writers.
And really wants to do their stuff, not Tony's.
Yeah.
Okay.
The meeting goes well, but then the story is leaked to The Sun about Tony hitting Brian. Any guesses how it's leaked to The Sun?
Well, through Tom. Is he in some way involved again?
No. John, the roofer, tells a journalist all about it but doesn't realise he's on record.
Oh, no. Okay.
Classic.
Yeah. And now he won't be on record.
Basically, John has talked to a journalist from The Sun, not realising that they might print this as a story.
Yeah. There's a theme there, isn't there, with this band?
Basically, the next story in The Sun, and this is how Tony finds out, is that the three of them are going off without Tony.
Oh, really?
He's quite pissed off, particularly as that first show cost him 40 grand.
Yeah.
And then the last scene's quite bleak. They do a nightclub in Colchester, the three of them, singing along to music on backing songs from Brian's iPod.
Okay. Like Brent on The Office.
It's not
Or in
far
The
off,
Office,
but
yeah,
it's more brutal. And then the new single, Fuck That.
Right.
There's got a new single called Fuck That, which was due to be released along with a new album called Universalization.
Okay.
They both went unreleased.
Yeah.
So then they carry on without Tony after the documentary, and they're invited to perform at Glastonbury at 8:30 in the Dance Lounge on the 25th of June 2009.
Did that clash with something? There's a tone there that suggests you're saying.
Do you know what happened when they were on stage?
25th of June 2009, was there a football game on? That often there's a thing that scuppers people's chances at Glastonbury. What happened?
While they're performing on stage, they're originally meant to go on at 8:30. It's pushed back to 10:30, so people are already angry, and then they're on stage, and people start getting texts on their phones to tell them that Michael Jackson has died.
Oh, no. By the way, I mean, oh no, that's unfortunate. I don't mean, oh no, has he?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah.
The news sweeps the crowd.
Yeah.
And E17 carry on performing, none the wiser.
I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
It's quite a weird gig. Brian Harvey tells the crowd this gig has made my whole career worthwhile.
Yeah.
And then, according to the Guardian review, delivers a sermon on gun crime.
Okay. Fair enough.
Intercepting with ole, 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 and bizarrely getting the crowd to engage in a call and response with the words Britain's Got Talent.
I can see if E17 were to play Glastonbury now, that
Huge.
It would have a sort of Sugar Babes type experience, which is what happened last year, where they were just
Well, I think the
packed
problem
out.
is, as you will see from this, E17 have made a huge error, which is they've never quite gone away.
Okay.
They've done a Bucks Fizz. They've
Yeah.
existed in various unsatisfactory guises
Yes.
for decades. If you look at Five, who weren't nearly as big as E17, I think would be fair to say, they've come back and they've gone straight in to do arenas.
Yes. Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
E17.
It's nostalgia, isn't it, really, then? at that
Yeah,
point as
so
well, yeah.
if you've got a clear block where they're not together, then like Oasis or something,
Yep.
the demand for the return. So if E17 had taken a long break,
Completely.
they could have come back as the four of them now, and it would have been huge.
Because nostalgia has
They'd
a...
have played the O2, they'd have played...
Entirely, yeah, exactly. Look at Glastonbury, these acts from the 90s that come back and do gigs. Invariably, those tents are packed. People love it. So you can completely see how that would work. But that's interesting, the fact they never went away and they don't have that.
Yes.
I could see a situation where they could pay to a big crowd, especially at festivals.
So in 2009, so the same year, incredibly, they joined Tony Mortimer on stage. He's doing a charity gig at the Royal Albert Hall, and they sing Deep and Stay Another Day for the Born Free Foundation. Just as an aside, Tony Mortimer is a huge supporter of the Born Free Foundation because he was inspired at the height of his fame by a Blue Peter programme highlighting the plight of Kenyan elephants who are being killed by villagers. And he paid 30 grand to get a truck to remove elephants to a safe haven.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good on him. That's amazing.
And then in 2010, Tony Mortimer returns to East 17. Again, it's the full lineup. Soon after Brian Harvey leaves. His commitment's questioned by the rest of the band because he's missed rehearsals and performances. And then we start to get the ultimate problem. The newcomers getting brought in. 2011, they hire a new singer called Blair Dreelan to replace Brian.
Are they drawn from the sort of more current day Walthamstow demographic now? So it's it's a hipster dad of two. He's got a beard, French work jacket. Completely different vibe, yeah. So he works in graphic design.
So he is hired on April 2011, and then in September he leaves.
Okay.
Due to contractual obligations.
April, May, June, July. Okay, that's nothing.
Yeah.
6 months.
But then they released their 5th studio album, Dark Light, along with a new single, I Can't Get You Off My Mind. They released that in 2012. 2013, Tony Mortimer leaves for a 3rd time.
Okay.
2014, then Brian Harvey's not part of the band anymore. He starts to act incredibly erratically. He turns up in 2014 at Downing Street with a folder of evidence just demanding to speak to David Cameron.
Right.
So there's various discussions of what this evidence was. One witness says
They haven't let him through the gate bit, have they?
No.
Yeah.
That he was shouting that the binder was evidence of how much money the government had stolen from him. But another witness says he was shouting about royalties believed he was owed by East 17's Christmas #1 Stay Another Day, which I don't think would fall under David Cameron's remit.
Yeah, that feels slightly outside his...
Yeah.
Cameron put it to a referendum. He's unable to make the decision himself. Put it to the nation. 52% sided with Tony. Whoever it was.
A witness said that Brian oddly kept shouting, "You'll all be dancing to my #1 single at Christmas."
We weren't dancing to the #1 single in the first place. We were just sort of listening.
He is in a bad state, though.
Yeah.
So his MP at the time, Simon Danzuk, says he's very desperate. He's been a few weeks since he did the interview, but I've been speaking to him for many months. He's on benefits and he's a fairly desperate situation.
Yeah.
So he speaks to his local MP. It
must be, if this is true that he's not making any money from that must be absolutely galling every year to hear that.
Yeah.
That must be heartbreaking if you're struggling.
And then he does this mad kind of video where he smashes up one of his plaques awarded to East 17 for 1 million records sold.
My name's Brian Harvey. A few years ago, I had a #1 record, sold 1 million copies in this country. Over the past 15 years, I've been treated like a complete E17, 1 million sales. This is what it fucking means.
So that's Brian smashing up his #1 album thing in his favourite alley.
And then tidying it up afterwards. Tidying up. That's a nice touch.
With a passerby coming past quickly at one point.
Who has to say something.
Yeah.
As you're approaching that, you're thinking...
There's this weird thing on the way to work. Brian Harvey was videoing himself smashing up a picture.
Sort of slightly heartbreaking video in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
all destroyed him, hasn't it?
But I do get that. I can see how it can easily happen.
Totally.
If you have thrown your life into something and you've been at the top of the game as you were and you've sold millions of records.
Yeah.
And you don't feel that's being reflected in what you're being paid or whatever. You completely see how that can eat someone alive, especially if you feel you've been cheated out of it.
Mortimer didn't have much time for this.
Okay.
He said that's his personality. People think he's been pushed to that point, but that's his personality. That's what he's like in the band. But of course, there's a public pressure. So I suppose he thinks he's just constantly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a combustible figure. I think that's an understatement.
Yeah.
Simon Danzuk, the MP, said he met with an MP just weeks earlier, Brian Harvey, to share information he'd gathered over the past year during his own personal investigation into historic child abuse.
Oh, wow.
The MP said, he feels quite passionately about protecting children and wants to make a contribution. We know that show business is an industry that had a number of abusers within it. So he's clearly just kind of, I don't know, his whole life has kind of gone into kind of weird directions. Then, and I don't say this is that unlikely, he has strong views that he was part of the phone hacking scandal.
Could quite easily be possible.
Yeah. He files a civil claim against Newsgroup papers. Do you remember when Prince Harry was at court in 2023? Yes. Harvey appeared outside of the court protesting about his own phone hacking claims, interrupting a live broadcast by the BBC, brandishing a giant copy of an email from the News of the World to the police that contains transcripts of conversations between Harvey and a drug dealer in 2002.
Oh, wow.
Imagine watching that BBC report live and there's just Brian Harvey in the background with a huge blow-up of an email.
I'd probably blow up a different email to one which is me corresponding with a drug dealer, wouldn't you? If that just...
Well, I suppose it's proof, yeah. They're different crime. Yeah. I think Brian Harvey used drugs is that ship sailed. Yeah. He can't row back from that, so he might as well lean into it.
That's very true.
And then in 2019, he's hospitalised after basically a live stream led that a police think he would harm himself. And then another live stream in 2021, he's arrested on suspicions of sending malicious communication. The police turn up at his house, he live streams the whole thing.
Right.
And as he's leaving, he posts his phone back through the letterbox.
Oh, really?
And the live stream continues for 2 more hours.
That's amazing.
So that's quite a sad kind of end.
Are you continuing to watch that live stream? It's like in Big Brother 1 when they go to sleep, or people would still be watching.
Tony Mortimer, however, was headed in a different direction.
Yeah.
Do you remember Tony Mortimer making the news during lockdown?
Vaguely. What was that for? No, I do vaguely,
He really got into reading books.
Oh, had he? Okay, no, in that case I didn't.
He had basically been avoiding books his whole life. And then he said he finished one for the first time and he'd now fallen in love with reading.
Good on him.
He devoured novels by J.K. Rowling, Agatha Christie and Oscar Wilde. He said, if life is chaotic or stressful, you could do a lot worse than immersing yourself in a far-off distant sci-fi galaxy or cosy country village mystery. And he's also started writing fiction aimed at boys because both of his grandchildren, Tony Mortimer's got grandchildren, that's how old we are. He'd read how many boys were taken into bookshops, but they were left empty-handed. So Tony Mortimer's trying to write a book for young boys. So that's nice.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you want to know what happened to Tom Watkins?
Yes.
So he tried some bands after he's 17 and they flopped.
Okay.
He tried an openly gay boy band called Two Thirds. Failed.
Is that in reference to the split he'll be getting financially?
A pre-Gorillaz cartoon pop star called Kulkarni.
Well, once again, that's quite a sort of forward-thinking, you know, it comes back to his skill of marketing idea design.
Wait for this, he did North and South, which were launched via a children's BBC show.
I remember them.
So they were basically a proto-S Club 7, but they didn't quite...
They released a single, the North and South, the theme tune to North and South. I think they released it and it did quite well. Yeah. A vague memory of that.
So that was him. But it all kind of went wrong in that none of those stuck in the same way. So he retired to East Sussex. He became the subject of an episode of Grand Designs.
Did he?
Yeah, because he
That's amazing.
He designed and built his own house.
And who did the roof? That's right, it was John.
Terrible deal. The big white house in Pet Level, East Sussex.
Yeah.
In 2004, featured on Grand Designs. Kevin MacLeod described it as a perfect little sugar lump. It's like a big white Bauhaus design.
Perfect little sugar lump.
And he received a Sussex Heritage Trust Award for it.
Oh, that's nice.
He's no longer with us, Tom Watkins, sadly. He suffered from poor health for quite a few years, and then he died in 2020, aged 70. But what a life well lived.
Yeah.
Unless you're one of his acts.
And who was the pallbearer?
Reggie Craig. So then we come to the answer to the eternal question of who remains in East 17. So last time we got down to just John and Terry.
And I said that I thought it was Terry.
Yeah, so we're back to John and Terry. They're joined now by Robbie Craig, who's previously a singer with the Artful Dodger.
Okay.
He joined in 2014. John and Terry are by now the only original members. Then in 2017, they go on a tour with Bewitched in Australia and New Zealand, the Irish pop band, as a support act alongside Atomic Kitten, Liberty X, and our good friend S Club 3.
Great.
great.
That is like Alex Brooker's dream tour, that, isn't
Yeah.
it? He would love to go to that, yeah.
During this time, they released their 6th studio album. This is an odd choice, exclusively in Australia,
Okay.
titling it 24/7 Australian Tour Edition. The following year, John leaves the group.
Oh,
Yeah, citing personal reasons.
leaving only?
Terry. Who does Terry bring in? You're not going to believe this.
Wayne
a
Br-
man called, you can't make it up, Terry John.
That's incredible.
So
how's that
not
happen?
John Terry,
Yeah.
as joked about earlier, but Terry John has joined the group. So now it's Robbie Craig from The Artful Dodger.
They didn't have to reprint the back of the album.
No
And
longer.
yeah.
It's Terry, no longer John, but instead Terry John.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Terry John leaves.
Yeah.
And he's replaced by Joe Livermore, who is a breakdancer and film stuntman. And that is the current lineup.
So it still exists today.
Still exists today.
So it's
They released 4 years after in Australia a global release for 24/7
Okay.
in 2001. No idea why.
So it's Terry.
Yeah.
And it's this breakdancer.
And a guy from The Artful
The
Dodger.
guy from the Old Dodger. Yeah. Yeah.
See what I'm saying about they should have just split up 10 years ago and then they could
Yeah.
all come back.
So there's only one person from East 17, as in the area, left. That's
I don't know where the other two are from
okay.
area-wise.
Because that would justify it a bit.
I think the Artful Dodger were part of the Southampton garage scene with Craig David,
Well,
weren't
there
they?
you are,
So
so-
I don't think he would be, but I don't know that for sure.
That's incredible they're still together now. I'd be fascinated to know, are they touring? What the situation
Yeah,
is?
they are.
They are.
And in 2023, they did a couple of good things at Christmas because obviously that's a busy time for them.
Yeah.
So the public had a chance to win a free doorstep concert with E17 as part of a campaign with the Ring doorbell.
Okay. Yeah.
So you enter, and if you win,
1/3 of E17 will sing at your
1/3
door.
of E17 sing Stay Another Day live.
Okay, yeah.
And you also get a Ring Battery Video Doorbell Plus.
Yeah.
And a lifetime subscription to Ring Protect.
Not bad.
Not bad. I'd say the Ring stuff's actually worth more than the...
Yeah.
And then in the same month, 2023, they released a single called Merry Quitmas in collaboration with Riot Labs, an anti-smoking charity.
Okay. Oh. Well, that's a decent thing to get behind it.
Do you want to know the story that takes place in the song?
Yeah.
It's about Santa Claus, but his lungs are too knackered to do his present deliveries, much to the annoyance of Mrs. Claus and the reindeer.
Yeah.
And-
that might also be partly because every year he has to go down 4 million chimneys. Incredibly smoky places. It might not be the fags, it might be that. Yeah.
A lyric from it. I thought smoking was amazing, and I would always be toking. The cigarette, it would be blazing, like Rudolph's nose would be glowing.
Fair enough.
So it's released with Riot E-Liquid, which is a vape brand, but the proceeds are donated to charity.
It's not so great now that we know they're getting behind vaping.
I don't think it was great anyway.
Well, if it's an anti-smoking song, that has a
But
societal benefit.
I don't think it's good.
Okay.
The song.
I'm
from
not
what
saying it's
we've
good,
heard.
but maybe
Oh,
the
yeah,
agenda
yeah.
behind it is decent.
Well, do you want to
Vaping
hear
less
what their
much.
quote is?
What?
In the press release from E17? Smoking sucks. We've wanted to quit for years, and now we're going to give it a good go ourselves at the same time. So they'd still smoke.
Okay.
At the same time as campaigning to get Merry Quitmas to number one. Almost 30 years on from E17's first Christmas number one, it was time to give it another go. And we reckon this single is some of our best work.
Yeah.
We really hope fans old and new get behind it.
It's good to give up smoking at Christmas. You've got to look after your elf, haven't you? Your elf. Your elf.
It's a shame for that to come at
That's the end. Oh, no.
Well, I can
We're going to have
say
to
that.
restart.
Would it be nice if it ended with them getting to Christmas number one again?
Yes.
It peaks at number 49.
Oh, dear. Tell you what it does make me think, though.
Yeah.
You talk about this Ring doorbell, these marketing campaigns that still have this song, people trying to win the opportunity to listen.
Yeah.
Like, through all the ups and downs, they still remain as something that people are aware of. Their music.
Certainly that one song.
Yeah, absolutely. But
Yeah.
some of their early stuff as
Yeah,
well,
you're right as well,
is
yeah.
kind of, if you look at those types of bands from that era, how many really have lasted. The great majority haven't. Take That or stuff like that have, obviously, but the most of those bands that were produced in that manner have not lasted. Their music will not remain as anything you remember, whereas this band here, through all its faults and its problems and its changes...
Maybe one of their problems was being pitched against Take That, because it's always made them look slightly like the losers of the situation.
Yeah, that's very true. But then maybe that was also useful in terms of a marketing point of view for them on the way up. It's an amazing story, really.
Would you go and see them if they reformed as a 4 at Glastonbury?
I'd watch them through my Zoom doorbell if they were replaced. I'd do that. I wouldn't necessarily travel to see them live, but I would. I'd happily watch Staying Out. Would I go and see them? I'll tell you what I would. I would go and see them at a festival, definitely. I would see them at Glastonbury or something like that, 100%. And I think it would be really fun.
What about if it was 3 of them and the 4th member was Terry John?
Weirdly even more tempted now. Just to see what he looks like. To see if it is actually John Terry.
Thank you.
Amazing. I love that.
That's the story of E17.
Fascinating.
That's it for this series of Museum of Pop Culture. Thank you for listening. If you want more from the podcast, join the fan club now. Go to museumofpopculture.supportingcast.fm or just click the link in the show notes. It's the bit of writing below. You'll get all the episodes ad-free and you'll get all the series on the day of release. Monthly exclusive fan club, only bonus episodes, live stream episodes where you can join us and watch along as we discuss nostalgic topics like the greatest TV adverts of all time. Free tickets to the annual Museum of Pop Culture live show. That's a guaranteed ticket or streaming link. Yada, yada, yada. Fan club pin badge, which is the ultimate prize. We all know that. It's the NatWest piggy bank for the TikTok generation. Simply head to museumofpopculture.supportingcast.fm to find out more, sign up for the fan club, or click the link in the show notes. We love the community that's building around this show. Oh, who knew? There were so many nerds like us. Thank you for your support so far and helping us make the episodes what they are. We will see you next time. Museum of Pop Culture is a Keep It Light media production, hosted by me, Josh Whittaker, research by Mira Patel, Tabitha Hansen-Optulevitz and Emily Pickthall. Additional editing is by Will Fitzpatrick, designed by John Gregory. What a great coat. Music by Pickle and Button. See you next time.